Okay, I shall be back. Okay, right, let's get back. Okay, so this is going to be now video number 2. Okay, we had a slight power failure on the camera, so we've put new fresh batteries into the camera. We're starting in. Okay, so we've done up to question number 18 in the first video. We're coming back now. This is the second video, so we are still doing our 2009 SATS reading answer booklet, No Place Like Home. This is now video 2. Okay, right, here we go. Okie dokie. Right, for light and electricity, how do they make light and electricity? So, somebody you explain to me what technique are they using to make light and electricity. Don't forget, you can turn over the page as well. So, they're making light and electricity from what? Okay, so the light and electricity, they're using the wind energy in wind turbines, and they're using sun. What they're using to harness the sun? Solar panels. Okay. They're using solar panels. Okay. So they're using sunlight to change into electricity. Okay, what else are we using for the electricity? What other thing? Wind turbine. So the wind turbine changes the wind into electricity. Okay, so the heat during the day, where is the heat during the day coming from? Are they burning something and is like gas in there or electricity? How are they getting the heat in the daytime? Okay, Rakeya, go on, give me an answer.
Takes heat from the sun, so you're heating things.
Okay, so we're getting heat directly from the sun itself. So we're getting direct heat from the sun. Okay. Good. Okay, now water. Where is the water coming from?
Rain.
The water is coming from the rainwater. That's where the water comes from. Lovely. Now the next one I'm going to have somebody else who hasn't answered. Okay, madam. Disposal of waste. Okay, now how are they disposing of waste? What are they? Give me some technique of what they're using for disposal of waste. How they're disposing their waste and what they're doing with some waste materials as well. So if you look at the text, let's have a look where they talk about the disposal and some techniques. They just mention disposable waste. So we need to look a bit more clearly. Okay. Somebody tell me what page are you on, Idris? Are you on the last page?
Yeah, at the back.
Okay, the last page at the back. What does it say?
Reed beds, human waste, recycle.
Lovely, lovely. So the disposal of waste, they're using reed beds to recycle human waste. It's going to be a bit smelly. Okay, so the reed beds. Now the reed beds, that part of the text. Reed beds, human waste, recycle here. So that's in the back part of the design. And the last bit, a plan of a simple earth shift. Okay, are we happy with that, folks? So you need to find the right information by flicking through the pages. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 20 goes, label each arrow to show different parts of the leaflet. A quotation, B information, C caption. Okay, this should be nice and straightforward. Mr. Yusuf, I'll give you the easy one. Quotation. Which part of that text? So if you look back at the original one here, so that original page there which they're referring to in here, which part of that is, so for example, is that, what is this? They're asking you what is that and what is this. So I'm asking you which one of these, this part or that part is a quotation. Which one?
The caption where it says, a builder said.
Lovely. This one, this part is called a. Okay, are we going for a quotation for this one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's label that up. So the bottom one will be A. Okay, Khadija. B. Where is the information? Which one is the information? This part here or this part here?
The bottom.
The writing, yes. So that is the information. And the last one is caption, right? I want somebody to explain to us, even though that's the only place you can go. What are the terms when they say caption? Let's have Mr. Yusuf.
It's a little paragraph that like a picture that tells you like what's it about.
Okay, thank you. So captions talking about when they use pictures or diagrams. Okay, well done, Yusuf. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. Alright, the writer could have said the airship is cheap to run, but instead he wrote dirt cheap. Why do you think he used the word dirt cheap? I want everybody to think about it first. Everybody put their hands up. Okay. Are we thinking, madam? Are we thinking? Are we looking at the text? Now, this actual text, the actual answer is not actually in the text. You have to imply it from the text. You have to understand it from the text. Now, it's an earth ship. What do they use to make this this house? They're using old toys and they're using earth. What's another name for earth? Dirt. So you're using the actual earth itself to make the house. And how much does it cost for the earth? Once you got the land, it's just readily available, isn't it? Yeah. So you don't have to buy the earth unless. I mean, obviously you got to buy the land, yeah, but you don't have to go and buy in more in that sense. So what is the house built on? The house is built from earth. Another name for earth is dirt. The house Okay. Are we happy with that? So the house is built using earth. Dirt is another name for earth. So when you say it's an earth ship, it's talking about the material used to build it. And also it's very cheap to run. Yeah? What else could the word dirt be referring to?
Soil.
No. What about the materials? Have you got old wood?
A waste.
Yeah, waste materials. Old wood, old tires. You say the dirty tires are not brand new, are they? So the word dirt here can also mean to the old tires and the reclaimed wood. Yeah, so these things here are not new, they're dirty. Old tires, dirty tires. Yeah? So we can't say dirt is free because you haven't got white land that you're on. Okay. Earthship is made of two words, earth and ship. Why are these two words used for this new type of house? Okay. So the word earth indicates what? What is the word earth indicating? Okay, so if you look back at the text, so what's the purpose of this house? What are they trying to achieve by this house? They want the house as what?
Natural and doesn't
That's
cost
natural,
much.
it doesn't cost much. And so if something is natural, that means what are you doing to the environment? You're protecting the environment. You're not destroying it. It's an eco-friendly house. Okay, so the word earth means that we're not damaging the earth. That's the first part. So it's a house that saves it. It's an eco-friendly house. It's environmentally friendly. Okay, what does environmentally friendly mean? So it causes less damage to the environment. Yeah, so when you're building something, you're not destroying lots of things to build it. So the house is environmentally friendly. Okay. Now where is the house built? If you look at page number, the last page, a plan of a simple earth house. Where is the house built into? Look at the caption on the bottom. The house is actually built into the earth itself. It's actually built into the earth, into the hill. Yeah. So earth house means the house is literally built into the earth, isn't it? That's another interpretation of the word earth. Now ship. What is the significance of the word ship? When you have a ship, what is in a ship? When you go into a ship, what do you have? You have bathroom, toilets, living,
House.
sleeping. It's a fully contained unit. So what they're saying is everything's in there that you need. It's all self-contained. So the ship indicates everything you need to live is in this house. You need to live with is in this house. So we have bedroom, kitchen, etc. etc. Okay? So the first one we're talking about is environmentally friendly. The construction has not destroyed the planet, or we could say it's actually built into a hill, into the earth. Okay, the second part, ship, indicates like a ship. When you go on a ship, everything's there. So when you go into this house, everything's there you need to live. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, lots of yawning going on. You need to sleep early. So you can get up early and benefit from this session. Okay. Yeah, lots of yawning. Lots of yawning. I'll be doing some soon. After watching you doing it, I'm gonna start doing it. Okay, question number 23. So how has the writer proved that earthships cost very little to run? So what is the evidence? I want somebody to give me the evidence by looking at the text. Let's have Ismail. Ismail, what is the text on from the first page? What part of the text can we find evidence that it's very cheap to run this earthship house? Have a look, Ismail. And evidence.
Also, the energy bill for the year was only £25.
Okay, excellent. So the total bill for the whole year was £25. That's excellent. Let's write that down. So the total bill for a what kind of earthship was it? So we look at the text. 2-bedroom earthship. Total energy bill is that. That's where we can get answer from. So the total bill for a 2-bedroom earthship . So that's an amazing fact. Can you imagine having a £25 bill for the whole year? Yeah? Most people's gas and electric bills are maybe £80–90 a month. So they're paying maybe £200 roughly a month for gas and electricity alone. At £200 that by 12. So that gives you what? £2,400 you're paying just for heating and lighting a house. And this person's getting it all done for 25 quid. So think about 2,425. Wow. Massive savings. I think we should all go live in an earth house. Start building them in the park. Question number 24. This leaflet gives information about the earthship. How does it also advertise the earthship? Find 2 points for advertising. Remember, it's an advertisement. What information shows us as an advertisement? So what's the first thing that catches your eye on the page that says the earthship? What's the first thing now when you look at any brochure, any website, the first thing that you see is, what can you see? You can see a picture, a nice big picture. At the moment the copy that you've got here for text is in black and white, but the original one is in colour. So they got a nice big, you could say a nice big picture. Okay? Big photograph. So you have a nice big photograph. How much space is it taking? Roughly half the page. So the big photo, half the page. While we do in the exam, please don't write in this part here. I'll just take it up there a bit. Okay, number 2. So now, number 1, they're using nice big pictures to illustrate. Obviously, if you want somebody to buy something, you want to show them a picture. Yes? That gets a person's interest. Okay, what else?
Evidence
Okay, evidence of what?
that the
How cheap it is to run.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Evidence, what else?
Oh.
What do you write at the top of the page? What do you call that number? The home of the future, built from waste of dirt, cheap to run. What do you call that?
The slogan.
Slogan, excellent. By using your slogans to catch your attention. So we got the home of the future. Okay, I've seen one of these kind of houses built on a. Do any of you that used to watch in the past Grand Designs, Channel 4? They show you these kind of houses.
Yeah.
People making real life making these houses and living in them, making them out of old tires and bottles and stuff. So yeah, it is possible. It's not just a advertisement. So on the front of the leaflet, 2 quotations are included from people who like the Earthship. Now turn over and use the information on the plan to write your own comment about Earthship for use in the leaflet. So we have to make up our own comments based on the information they're giving us. Okay. So first of all, how do we normally get electricity in our homes? What do they have to do to get electricity? They have to burn what? Coal or
Wood.
gas. They normally burn coal or gas in big power stations, okay? They burn them. What happens when you burn these fossil fuels? What do they give off? CO2. It damages the environment. So to produce electricity, they've got to burn fuel to generate steam to turn turbines to make electricity. Okay? Now, how we make electricity in here? Are we causing any CO2?
No.
Are we damaging the environment? Are we burning anything?
Naturally.
It's naturally using what's already available, the sunlight and the wind. So, is that like a cool idea? So it's a cool idea to generate the energy that we need without harming the planet by using from what's already naturally available. So let's write that down as the first point.
Can't see it all.
Now, do we pay any money for the sun
No.
or the wind?
No.
So it's like a free energy source, isn't it? From a so we're getting all the energy we need from a source that we don't pay money for. Nobody can say to you, oh, because the sun's landing on your property, you got to pay me money for the sun. Every time you open the window, the sun comes into your house, you got to pay so much money per hour for every the hours of sunlight. So that's something that's given free to everybody, sunlight and wind. Yeah? You just have to harness it. Okay, so cool to produce the energy we need from a free energy source, by the wind and sun. Okay, so what are we doing? We are not harming the. Okay. By burning fossil fuels. Okay, done? Are you happy with that, folks? Okay, good. Okay, we got a few more. We got just 2 more pages left, and we should be finishing the next before 11 o'clock. You can go outside and have a run around. Okay, how does the question number 26? How does the plan of the Earthship help the reader to understand the text? Which page are we talking about, Zara? The plan of the Earthship. We are talking about which page?
This one.
That's fine. You're talking about the last page. So we are talking about this page here, plan of a simple Earthship. Everybody should be looking at that page now, folks. Can you turn that page, please? Okay. So the question is, how does the plan of the Earthship help the reader to understand the text? What is it facilitating for us? Okay. So they told about the Earthship on the first page. We're showing about the picture of the outside, and now they're showing us what it looks like inside the layout. So you can see. Hang on a second. This is like a normal house. You have living rooms, you have bedrooms, you have bathrooms and kitchens and stuff. So it helps you to visualize where everything is. Okay. So how does the plan of the Earthship? So the plan helps the reader to visualize. Okay, helps you to visualize what Earthship looks like inside. Okay, so even though it's like a futuristic thing, it's still got so you have all the usual what? Usual rooms. Like what? Like living room, bathroom, so it helps you to see what's the setting of the house is inside. Have you got that down? All done, folks? Yeah? So it goes explain fully how Earthship houses can solve different types of problems. Okay, what kind of problems is the Earthship house solving?
Go you repair loads of there.
Okay, now what would happen to the old tyres? It's a problem. What do we do with them?
Burn them.
No, I'm just saying it's a problem. It's an environmental problem. It's in the tyres. The tyres are an environmental problem. So what we do is something. So we got all this waste material. We don't know what to do with it. We don't know what to store it. So what we do now? We are solving a problem. We got all these waste tyres. Let's build something out of them. So we're recycling. We're reusing something that's causing us a problem. First of all. So it'd be a good way of using up old tyres, which is the old tyres itself is giving the problem. 48 million tyres. What do you do with them? What do you do with all that material? So we are recycling a valuable resource. What's the resource in tyres? What goes into a tyre? Energy, rubber, and metal. You got materials in there. Yeah. So we're recycling something that would normally have to be thrown away. Okay. So explain fully how Earthship house can solve different types of problems. Okay. So what we are doing, we are recycling. recycling materials like tires. Okay, and what we're doing with these tires, we're recycling the tires. The tires themselves are an environmental problem. So the tires, okay, so old tires, okay, so something that's causing the environment a problem, we're taking it out of the environment and we're using it. What do they normally do? Landfill. Landfilling. Okay. So we're recycling materials like tires, 48 million of them. Okay, what's another problem? Houses. Are there enough houses? So we're solving a problem, there's not enough houses. Okay. Explain fully how houses can solve different types of problems. So what kind of housing is provided? Expensive houses. Very cheap houses. Cheap houses to make and cheap houses to run. So earth chip houses are cheap to make and run and solve the problem of what? What's the problem? No, that's global warming. So you're making lots of houses because people haven't got homes to live in. Yeah? The problem of, okay, the problem of having enough housing. Houses for people to live in. So we are recycling materials like tires, 48 million. All tires are causing environmental problems as they are so difficult to get rid of by burning or landfilling. Cheap houses are cheap to make and run and solve the problem of having enough houses for people to live in. Okay, last page. Text about the chip uses mainly photographs. The denouement text includes drawings. Explain why these two different types of illustrations are suitable for these for these different types of text. So one's using photographs, others using drawings. Okay. Question number 28. What kind of different types of text are there? Now the Earthship, is that something real or is made up? It's real. So when you take photos of real thing, it kind of advertises the fact this is real life. What do you call something that's not real? Like this particular story about Norman, you call that fiction. Okay. So because it's something that's made up, we can use pictures, we can use drawings to kind of illustrate this made up situation. And because the Earthship is a real thing, we use photographs to illustrate, look, this is a real thing, took a photo of it. You can't take a photo of an illustration, can you? Of a drawing. It's just still a drawing, isn't it? Yeah? Are we happy with that?
Yeah.
So we can say, dear Norman. Okay. Dear Norman. Okay, so we've got the hiccups. It's fiction. Okay. So the drawings. Help us to visualize the story. Help us to visualize. Well, in Dear Norman is visualize. No? Okay. What's next? Okay, what about the photographs part? So Earthship is a real house. Okay, so we're using a photograph to show its true beauty. Okay. Okay, last question. We'll stop the video. Hopefully it's still recording. Okay, ready for the last question? Last question, please, folks. Question number 29. Maybe you don't touch the lens a bit. Here are some. You have your fingers burned. Here are some descriptions of the text you have read. Okay, let's have Hafsa. Can you help me, please? Here. Okay. Now we have Dear Norman and the Earthship, two different types of text. So Dear Norman, is that informing us? What is it? Which one of these two, Dear Norman or the Earthship, is informative?
The Earthship.
The Earthship is giving us lots of information. Tick on that one, please. Okay, now, Rakaya, the next one, fictional. Is Dear Human fictional or is it the Earthship which is fictional? Dear Norman, made up story. Okay, persuasive one has already been done for us. That's trying to persuade us to buy one, get one, and live in one. Humorous. Okay, humorous, right. What does the word humorous mean, Amber? So we talk about humorous, something which is funny. So which one of those two texts is funny? The one, yeah, because his sister's taking, yeah, she's taking the mickey out of him. His mother and father taking the mickey out of him. So that is humorous. Okay, folks, that's the end of the 2009. Okay, SATS reading task. Okay, so no place like home. Okay, I've got one student going home after this English session. Okay, yeah, so you can get yourself ready to be picked up by your parents. Everybody else, you got break time now for about 10 minutes break. Okay, folks, that's the end of that video. Okay, folks, see you back in for the next video for the maths paper. Okay, let's stop that.